to follow in my life. And trust me, if you will also start following these tips, you will thank me later. And so can you please change the slide? So my first tip is how to be focused. So we all know that in our brain, there's a one chemical that's called dopamine. And dopamine is responsible for allowing us to feel the pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. And we all used to feel this. But when we're doing our scrolling in Instagram and you can say scrolling in YouTube, and after that, we suddenly remember that we have to do something like something you can say to learn new skill, and after that we just went to our work doing that. And what happens on that time, our brain is not focused on whatever the things we are doing, because there is a sudden drop of dopamine, and the sudden fluctuation of that dopamine, it will not going to allow you to focus on your particular thing. So I will just you can say suggest you to please do that thing which will not you can say give a big fluctuations to your dopamine level. So try to do simple things before you're learning new thing, or after doing after learning any new thing in your day-to-day life. And we all have heard that everyone used to say that we should learn new thing in morning, in early morning, because on that time our brain is very fresh, and we don't have any you can say other thoughts to remember on the time when we used to focus on anything. So please, can you change the slide? Am I audible? Okay. So my second tip is power of repetition. Repetition create a strong chemical interactions between our neurons. Okay. So we all know that what's neuron. It will, you can say, the whatever things we are writing in a paper with the use of our hands, it just went to our brain through our neurons. Like it's a neuron is a you can say cells, and small cells, and they used to pass the information to our brains, and it also allow you to transfer any new skill in your subconscious mind or long-term memory. And we should at least you can say 3 times repeat the things, or you can also do a repetition more than 3 times if you have time, but at least 3 times you should repeat whatever the things you have learned in your day or in your you can say previous day. Try to repeat that things, because when you try to repeat that things na, it will easy for you to your brain to remember it, memorize it on the time. So please try to do a repetition in your life. And the third one is keeping a diary. We should never trust our short-term memories. And every time we don't have the time to repeatedly do that and store it in the long-term memory, because it consumes lots of time. So for small stuff like day-to-day life, so we can do a alternative thing. We just keep a diary and write down the whatever the things we have to do in our day-to-day life, and we can write it down in our diary. Because of the small change, you will feel that your day is becoming more productive, more and more productive, because you have already written the some things which you have to do in your whole day. And after keeping a diary, you will get a one more title, that is a diarist. It means it's a call to that it's a, you can say give a name to that person who used to keep a diary. So we all know that our 50% of brain is visual. So try to add making some flow charts, some diagram and rough sketch. So change the slide. Okay. So my fifth tip is learn as teacher. Whenever you learn something, so learn like this way that you have to teach it to other, like your friends, like maybe your colleagues, there can be anyone. So when you do this now, you will just ask a random questions or dozens of questions to yourself. If this question will ask, if this question is this question will be. So what happened on that time, you will get a deep knowledge of that particular topic. So please learn as a teacher. And the sixth one is significance of sleep. Sleep is very important, we all know, because it enables the body to repair and be fit and ready for the another day. And whatever whenever we used to sleep, and the meantime it's happened that whatever the things we have learned in our whole day at night, when we take a sleep, it will be permanently going to store in your subconscious mind, you can say in your long-term memory. So please take at least 8 hours sleep in your day. And the third one is and the seventh one is add emotions, and you can say mnemonics. Your brain can learn more easily when we add some emotions to that, because our brain can relate so much thing when we add it to the emotions. And if I ask you to please tell me the story of Bahubali, you will definitely going to tell me that this happens, because in that Bahubali story, in that Bahubali movie, there is some sad emotion, there is some good emotions, there are some bad scenes, there are some good scenes, but we cannot doing, but because of this, our brain can, you can say, remind it very fastly, and you can tell me. But if I tell you to please, can you please tell me anything that happened in the same day when you have watching a Bahubali movie, you cannot able to tell me that, because you didn't make any story to that. Your brain cannot add any emotions to that. So please try to add some emotions, some mnemonics. It can be your frictional emotion. It's not like you have to make a real story to that. Just make any funny story, or any like you can say which you can relate in your day-to-day life. It can be any kind of a story. Thank you so much for paying this attention to my PPT, and I hope you all like this PPT.
Once again, I would like to call some people for the feedback. So Humayu, if you're there, and Lakshman, if you're there, you can just come down and give your feedback on what you learned today from the presentation given by Rajdeep. It's a first presentation, first attempt, and I just wanted your feedback. Humayu.
Yes, sir. Rajdeep ma'am just explored the secret of memorize anything. Ma'am tells the top secret how we memorize anything. Focus, like learn like teacher, sleep and emotions. That's a really important for memorize anything. That's a true process. So it's amazing, outstanding presentation from Rajdeep ma'am.
A very good
Yeah.
attempt, according to Monica Sharma. Yes, definitely, for sure. Lakshman, if you're there, what's the presentation? How was the presentation? If you can just put that in your words. So first one, definitely good. Rajdeep, just keep on updating us more, because there is a very big research which is happening on this particular topic of how we can use our brain even more productively. So let's continue this as a series, because this will help all the 4%ers learn more. We want to learn more, and as you know, what is more important is that we can actually be, we can actually be learning a lot. But the problem is, are we able to digest all of that information? Because knowledge, I keep on telling, knowledge is not what you know, knowledge is what you use. So if you are willing to learn more, you have to be willing to assimilate that more, and that is what maybe Rajdeep tried to talk in a PPT. Okay, so we are almost done. If Shreya, if you're available, Shreya.
Yes, sir.
So Shreya is available. Can we just do your PPT also, if that is possible?
Yes, it's very short. So
It's a very short one.